This man didn't win the lottery once, not twice or 3 times either. Stefan Mandel won it 14 times. This isn't a tale of luck. It's a robbery carried out with mathematics. Mandel wasn't a gambler. He was an economist who treated the lottery as a market inefficiency. He didn't believe in luck. He believed in mathematics. He didn't play the game. He bought the probability space. This is how he did it. More importantly, why he did it. And, in the end, who paid the price. 1964, Bucharest, Romania. 3 people sat at the kitchen table in Stefan Mandel's apartment. Himself, his wife, and a notebook full of numbers. Every evening, open the pay envelope. 360 lei, about $88. His wife would glance over, say nothing. Mandel knew they couldn't even buy vitamins for the kids. When school bills arrived, they cut meals. In communist Romania, this wasn't just poverty, it was a prison sentence. One night, he stared at the notebook and made himself a promise. I'm an economist. I work with numbers. If I can't beat this system, what use am I? His first method wasn't buy all the tickets. He couldn't. Pooling money with 4 friends covered only a few hundred lines. So he looked for an opening, hidden in the math. Picture a room of 40 people. You must pick 6. To try every combo takes thousands of guesses. Mandel asked, what if I guarantee 5 out of 6? Guaranteeing 5 needs just 569 combinations, not 5,005. 5 correct wins second prize, guaranteed, and the chance of also hitting the 6th jumps from 1 in 5,000 to about 1 in 10. He called it combinatorial condensation. The tiny syndicate bought 569 tickets and won, exactly 727,783 lei. What did he do with the money? He didn't buy a home. He put cash in an envelope, left it on a ministry desk, a bribe, and 2 weeks later took a night train out of Romania with his family. Behind, 4 partners. With them, freedom. No record shows what those partners received. Lesson 1 about Mandel. He would push, even break boundaries to reach his goal. Others might pay the cost. After years in Israel and Europe, he settled in Australia in the late 1980s. The escape plan became an industrial model. He won 12 more times. He built the International Lotto Fund, an official syndicate of thousands of small investors. The mathematician became a CEO. The method hardened. Count all combinations, wait until the jackpot is at least 3 times total ticket cost, raise capital, print every line, legal then, feed millions of tickets through terminals, win, and pay out. The 3x rule was pure margin. 1x for tickets, 1x for taxes and operations, 1x for profit. It worked so well, the system moved to stop it. Australian authorities couldn't ban the math, but they banned the logistics. Home printing illegal, bulk buying illegal. Australia closed its door. To Mandel, that was a signal. Find a weaker target. February 1992. He fixed on Virginia, USA. Why? A small number pool, 6 numbers from 1 to 44, meant 7,059,052 combinations. That month, the jackpot climbed to $27 million. The math. Ticket cost, $7.1 million. Jackpot, $27 million. Multiple, 3.8x. Green light. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, retired teacher Janet Chen listened to a guaranteed investment pitch. She had saved $12,000 for her daughter's college. The voice was confident. Mathematics, Mrs. Chen, not luck. We're buying all the combinations. Her husband was skeptical, his English imperfect. The word guaranteed tipped the scale. She invested $4,000, 1/3 of the fund. She wasn't alone. From around the world, 2,524 people wired in $9 million. Norfolk, Virginia, Friday morning, February 13, 1992. In a Holiday Inn lobby, former paratrooper Anathalie Alex briefed 35 couriers. On the table, a ton of printed playslips. 3 months of non-stop printing in Australia, air freighted across the Pacific. A map showed 125 gas stations and supermarkets. Each courier had a route. The job? Sit at terminals for hours and feed tickets. Some stores had agreements, others would be improvised. Saturday noon, 2 million plays entered. Saturday evening, 4.5 million. Clerks grumbled. This isn't normal, but it was legal. Sunday morning, a fax hit Alex's hand. Farm Fresh withdrew, agreement canceled. 400,000 tickets, 5.6% of the plan, lost in one stroke. The room froze. 32 hours to the drawing. Backup stores, now, Alex ordered. Work through the night. Sunday, 6 a.m., redeploy. Noon, 6.2 million. 3 p.m., 6.8 million. 7:45 p.m., last terminal shut. Total entered 7,112,000. Target 7,059,052. Short 47,052. Just 0.7% shy. Alex called Australia. It was 5 a.m. there. Stefan, we're 0.7% short. We couldn't finish. Silence. Then, mathematically, yes, it's a gamble. 1 in 142. Still in our favor. Wait for the
draw. Had the investors been told? Guaranteed had become a roll of the dice, and Janet's daughter's college money was on the line. Sunday, February 15, 1992, 8 p.m. A Norfolk warehouse watched the live broadcast. Mandel hadn't slept. In San Francisco, Janet stared at the TV. Tonight's jackpot, $27 million. First ball, 8. Second, 11. Checkmark. Third, 13. Checkmark. Fourth, 15. Checkmark. Fifth, 19. Checkmark. One number left. The 0.7% gap still yawned. Last ball, 20. 8, 11, 13, 15, 19, 20. Enter. The room erupted. They had won $27 million. Because they had effectively bought the field, the operation also swept the lower tiers. 6 second prizes, 132 third prizes, roughly 135,000 small prizes, about $900,000 total. Logistics, air freight, hotels, courier wages, legal advisors ran roughly $500,000. The small prizes paid the bills and left $400,000 profit without touching the jackpot. Then came the real cost. 14 government bodies, including the FBI and CIA, opened investigations. 4 years of hearings and fees burned through cash. By 1995, Mandel declared bankruptcy. In 1996, he was acquitted. No laws technically broken, but the money was gone. In 1996, Janet received an envelope, a $1,400 check, and a letter explaining taxes, commissions, and legal expenses. Her $4,000 guaranteed stake had melted to $1,400. She didn't tell her husband. That $2,600 had been her daughter's college money. Most of the 2,524 investors lost money. One person didn't. Before the lawyers, before profit and loss, Mandel paid himself $1.7 million, a consulting fee for running the operation. Legal, yes, but the order of payments told the story. Investors' money was the leverage. Investors bore the risk, including that 0.7% gap, while Mandel's fee was guaranteed above all else. It echoed Romania, where 4 partners were left with no paper trail. Mandel's legacy isn't the millions he won, it's how he forced lotteries to rebuild their walls. To make the game chance again, authorities changed the rules. Bulk purchases banned, home printing banned, number spaces expanded. Today, Mega Millions sits at odds of 1 in 302 million. Try the 3x rule now and the math collapses. Buying every line would cost about $605 million. To clear margin, you'd need a jackpot north of $1.8 billion, and you'd still couldn't execute because bulk channels are sealed. The system learned to protect itself. Where is Mandel now? on a South Pacific island, Vanuatu, tied to a cooperative venture that left him facing securities fraud charges in Israel in 1996. He fled again, Romania, Australia, then here. So who was Stefan Mandel? A genius who saw seams in the system and used math like a tool? Or a man who shifted risk onto others, took his cut first and walked away? Maybe both, but one thing stayed constant. Other people paid the price. Romania's 4 partners, Virginia's 2,524 investors, and a teacher's daughter who lost a college fund. Mandel didn't break the lottery. The lottery broke him. The worst damage fell on those who believed. Does he ever think about Janet Chen, those partners, the word guaranteed? Or is he scanning the horizon for the next opening in the system?